now let's check in with Alexis, who's around town at the Edgar Allan Poe House and Museum. Hello, Alexis.
Hey, yes, so we're talking about how they are getting ready for their 8th annual Edgar Allan Poe Festival and Awards. It's a street festival that we're excited to see again. But before we get into all those details, I do want to highlight this room that we're in, and I'm joined with Enrica right now. Talk about this history here, because this is the house and museum that Edgar Allan Poe is in. But you learn so much with the 3 different exhibit rooms that we have here.
Well, this house is famous, obviously, because Edgar Allan Poe lived here, but Poe makes his chosen family here, finds refuge here, and then he begins his professional writing career in this house. So getting paid for your work is a pretty important part of being a professional, and that happens here for the very first time for Poe and launches him. So Baltimore gets to say, we discovered Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, and he's so ingrained within our community as well in so many ways. Of course, the Ravens even being named after a great poem of his. I want to get into the festival, though, because there's a lot of activities that people can enjoy, and it's free. We love to hear that. Talk about what we can look forward to.
It's a great way to kick off Halloween season, beginning of October, but this year is a special year. It is the 180th anniversary of the first printing of The Raven. So obviously this poem has had a huge impact on Baltimore, the world, so it's really fun and exciting to have a lot of programs this year celebrating The Raven.
And because it's going to be from October 3rd to October 5th, you did say it was kicking off a little pre-love before the Halloween. Someone like me who loves Halloween, you're encouraging us to come all out and get dressed up.
Oh, yes. On Saturday, we have the Edgar Allan Poe Raid costume contest. It's a really fun time to come and try out your Halloween costume, but we've seen really great Victorian mourning. We've seen some really fun Corvid costumes. We've got a Corvid drumline planned this year, so some really fun stuff, so come on out.
Yes, and the street festival itself, like you're going to block off the street. What are some of the things that we're going to spot there right outside of this house?
We have stage, vendors, food, everybody loves all the Poe things. T-shirts, candles, jewelry, some really fun stuff from vendors from all over the country. So a lot of fun there. But like you said, the festival is free. We've got some really great workshops and art workshops for kids. We've got a coffin making workshop teaching people about burial practices in the 1800s. So that is a fun favorite. And then of course the Charm City Ghostbusters. Do come out because this is a time for ghosts and a lot of really fun stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're definitely speaking my language there. I'm excited. All right, well, don't leave me just yet, because I do want to talk about how they are planning for some expansion, and there's going to be some great details on what we can look forward to. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Alexis. Alexis.
Hey, yeah, so I'm excited to talk about the expansion that will be happening here. So nothing's really going to be touching our good old Edgar Allan Poe House and Museum, excuse me, but it's what's happening around here. It's kind of why you see even some of the fencing right here. Enrica, can you tell us more about what we can look forward to? Because I'm not going to lie, one of my favorite things is this ghost panel that we're looking forward to.
Sure. Well, I'm glad you pointed out that nothing can be cut off of Poe House anymore. The original house was built in 1833. It used to be a duplex. And when the housing project around us was first built, as the Edgar Allan Poe homes were first built, the historic house was cut in half, and the housing project built onto us. Now the housing project is being redeveloped. It will stay public housing, but during that process, it was really clear that in order to preserve Poe House, it was really important to restore the original footprint and add a little bit of space for operations. So we're very excited. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to give Baltimore the Poe Museum it deserves. Really excited to share. We've got plans for a visitor center. We have plans for new construction. This will be happening in 2 phases over several years, but any support that the city wants to offer, Edgar Allan Poe is an iconic figure here in Baltimore, and this house is a really important part of what makes us so special.
And if you go to the website, you can actually see the renditions. I mean, even the park is going to be here too.
We have a beautiful literary park plan that will be a public space open for people, in addition to being an outdoor classroom, a visitor center with just an opportunity to share with people the outsized impact that Edgar Allan Poe has had on popular culture. He changed the world. That story started here in the city of Baltimore, and we're really excited for people to see what's coming.
Walk us through a little bit the timeline here, the phases that we can expect, because it's going to take some time.
Well, a lot will depend on funding, so I have to do my job, be clear about that. But as you said, the Poe House itself will not be touched. This is a National Historic Landmark, the state's first literary landmark. As demolition begins, the sections that are connected to the Poe House will be preserved and adaptive reuse, and that will be phase 1. Phase 2 is the literary garden, new construction, brand new building. We're talking 16,000 square feet added to.
Wow.
Only 620 square feet. A really precious historic site is about to get a huge, huge makeover.
Now, we did talk about the Edgar Allan Poe Festival, and that would be a great time to come out because this is going to be the last time really people get to see it this way before the new hurrah of the renovations.
As a matter of fact, at the festival, it's going to look brand new thanks to a very big grant from the Middendorf Foundation and Creative Baltimore. We are going to be putting an outdoor exhibit, an outdoor gallery space for people to see community art and see the renderings for what the museum, what the future is going to be.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. On that note, I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Alexis. Well,